Have you ever wondered why we think the way we do? Why do we often accept things at face value without questioning the underlying principles? We often fall prey to common thinking patterns, limiting our creativity and innovation. What if there was a way to break free from these common thinking patterns? Welcome to first principle thinking. So, what exactly is first principle thinking? Well, it's a radically different approach to problem solving. At its core, it's about getting to the root of the issue, the fundamental truth that everything else is built upon. This concept isn't new. It can be traced back to ancient philosophers like Aristotle, who believed that understanding the primary basis of reality, the first principles, was the key to knowledge. Fast forward to the present day, this thinking pattern has been adopted by various fields, from science to business. Scientists use it to deconstruct complex theories into simple facts, while entrepreneurs use it to build innovative business models. Think of it as peeling an onion. You start with a complex problem, the whole onion. As you peel away the layers, you're left with the core, the first principles. It's about stripping away the layers of assumption and convention and getting to the truth of the matter. Now that we know what first principle thinking is, how do we apply it? Well, let's delve into the step-by-step process. Firstly, we need to identify and challenge our assumptions. We often take the world as we see it for granted. However, first principle thinking encourages us to question these assumptions. Why do we believe what we believe? Are there facts supporting our beliefs, or are they just opinions? For instance, if you believe it's impossible to start a business without a hefty sum of money, challenge that assumption. Ask yourself, is it truly impossible, or are there successful entrepreneurs who started with little to no capital? Once we've challenged our assumptions, we move on to the second step, breaking down problems into their fundamental parts. This is where we dissect the problem, stripping it away until we're left with the bare bones. Let's consider the task of writing a novel. It may seem daunting when viewed as a whole, but when broken down into chapters, sections and paragraphs, it becomes more manageable. Each part is a fundamental piece that, when put together, makes up the whole. The third step is reconstructing the problem from the ground up. We've identified our assumptions, broken the problem down, and now we rebuild it using our newfound perspective. Using the novel writing example, once you've broken down the task into smaller parts, you can start writing piece by piece from the ground up. You're no longer writing a novel, you're writing a chapter, a section, a paragraph at a time. It's important to note that first principle thinking isn't a one-off process. It's cyclical. As we gain more knowledge and experience, we might need to revisit our assumptions, break the problem down again and reconstruct it, refining our understanding and approach. And there you have it, the step-by-step guide to first principle thinking. But remember, it's a process that requires patience, curiosity, and a willingness to question everything. So to recap, first principle thinking is a powerful tool for innovation and problem solving. It's a method that strips away the fog of preconceived beliefs and assumptions, bringing us back to the fundamental truths upon which we build our understanding. It's like taking a journey back to the root of a tree where our knowledge starts to sprout. First principle thinking is a catalyst for creativity. By breaking down complex ideas into their basic elements, we open doors to new perspectives and innovative solutions. It's a way to sidestep the well-trodden path of traditional thinking and venture into uncharted territory. It's the secret sauce behind many of the world's groundbreaking inventions and theories. It's also a potent weapon against conventional wisdom. First principle thinking challenges us to question the status quo, to look beyond what's accepted as the way things are done. It's about seeing the world not as a fixed entity, but as a puzzle waiting to be solved, a canvas waiting to be painted. It's a mindset that encourages us not to accept things at face value, but to dig deeper, to search for the underlying principles that govern the world around us. But like any powerful tool, first principle thinking comes with its own set of challenges. It requires time, effort, and a willingness to question everything. It's not a shortcut to success, but a journey of exploration and discovery. It's not about finding the quickest route, but about understanding the terrain, knowing why the mountains are where they are, why the rivers flow the way they do. First principle thinking is not just about solving problems, it's about understanding them in their most elemental form. It's about not just knowing the what, but also the why. It's a tool for those who seek to understand the world on a deeper, more fundamental level. Remember, first principle thinking isn't about finding easy answers, it's about finding the right ones. In a world that often encourages us to accept things as they are, first principle thinking invites us to question, to dig deeper. First principle thinking is not just a tool, but a philosophy. It encourages us to strip away the layers of assumptions and norms that can cloud our judgment. It prompts us to dissect problems to their most basic elements, and from there, to build our own solutions. It's about pushing the boundaries of what is known and accepted and forging our own path. It's a method that can be applied in all walks of life. In your career, it can lead to innovative solutions that set you apart from the crowd. In personal life, it can help you make decisions that align with your core values, rather than just following the herd. It's a way of thinking that can lead to a more fulfilling, authentic life. At its heart, first principle thinking is about curiosity. It's about refusing to accept just because as an answer. It's about challenging the status quo and not being afraid to ask why or why not. It's about being open to new possibilities and not being constrained by what has been done before. So, the next time you're faced with a problem, don't just accept the obvious solution. Use first principle thinking to create your own. All right, everyone. Now that we've delved deep into first principle thinking, it's time to engage. Challenge assumptions, create solutions, and question relentlessly. Share your experiences in the comments. If you found this enlightening, like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.